Let me begin by asking you to think about someone you believe is exceptionally talented. Someone you were in school with, or someone in your family, in your own family, okay? Have you thought of someone? Now my question to you is, how did that person become so talented? Were they born that way? Were they a fast learner? Did they seem to love learning? Were they unusually alert and curious? My guess that your answer to most of those questions is yes.
Well, today I'd like to talk about children who are very talented. Children often referred to as gifted, and I talk about 3 points concerning this topic. First, I explain how these gifted children are identified. Second, I talk about some of the personality characteristics of these children. Third, I talk about how these gifted children approach learning. They have very good learning strategies that all of us can learn to use. All right, let's move on to the first point.
For now, how would you identify a gifted child? In or when you were in elementary school or high school? I'm sure that you knew some students who exhibited exceptional talents. Maybe they were particularly good in sports, mathematics, or art. They were easy to notice, right? Well, if these ideas make sense to you, first, giftedness is partly a result of the untrained natural abilities. You could call this an aptitude for something. So, when you see a very young child who shows above average athletic ability, for example, when often included that the child has innate ability for sports.
Now, I just said about average ability, and the second thing that we notice, the quality the child performs is especially because it's surprisingly good, particularly when we consider the child's age. For instance, at 6 years old, who could play Mozart's sonata in D major would be considered gifting. The third way we can identify children is by the speed at which they learn. They generally learn faster, make a few mistakes, make some mistakes few times, and need less practice than other children. Some psychologists believe that this third point, speed of learning, is perhaps the best indicator that a child has special abilities.
Now, I like to highlight some personality characteristics of gifted children. Of course, gifted children have many types of personality. So what? I am going to describe their characteristics. They are often, but not always found in gifted children. For one, gifted children are often very intense when they do something, especially something they enjoy. They devoted all their energy and determination to do it. They can concentrate for a long time. Secondly, they tend to have high energy levels. When they are young, they are constantly moving in this degree. The physical energy is often matched by similar amount of mental and emotional energy. Their minds are always in emotion, are always thinking, always looking for the next interesting puzzle to solve. A final predominant characteristic is that they are often idealistic about the world and all people they know, and their involvement. They can be perfectionists, especially where their own work is concerned.
Okay, now let's look at some of the ways that give the children approach learning something, practical strategy that you and I can try. The first approach is related to motivation. Give the children appear to be intensely curious about any and every topic. They typically don't care whether the knowledge or skill is useful or not. A second trait is that they are observant and they notice many details about things. This allows them to roughly understand whatever they are studying and to notice any inconsistencies.
Finally, they want to know the inner workings of things, so they are very interested in causes and effects. In other words, they want to know the underlying principles and use those principles for making generalizations and predictions about the things they are studying. I might also add here that they enjoy using their imagination.
Now let's pause a moment to think of what I have just said here about approaches to learning. Gifted children are motivated, they are alert and observant, they concentrate intensely. They are trying to understand because and effect relationship, and they make effort to think certainly. How well could you and I learn to do something if you approaches it like I have to just described? My guess is that we could do pretty well.